You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rocking if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my true love, true to love. Ooh, I love it. Crank it up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this.
Break it down like this.
You better grab that tambourine. Bring the bass, we might be wicked. We may be forced to cause a scene. Make some trouble, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my true love, true to love. Ooh, I love it. Crank it up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. We got this. On a higher level. On a higher level. We got
Hello. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to Friday podcast. Right, hit that thumbs up button and that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're almost nearing 40,000 subscribers. I reckon. So we get to I think we could get to 40,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you listen regularly and you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do hit it and turn on notifications so you can get notifications when podcasts start, please. All right, let's get to it. Some rather interesting news today. And I'm also hopefully going to have Lightside with us as well. Give me a sec. Trooping is tomorrow, and I will bear the pain of watching it for you so you don't have to, and give you all of the tea and memes tomorrow. It is balcony season. Can you believe it? Gosh, time flies. I mean, this time last year, I feel like all we heard about was that darn dude balcony. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do, because it's looking like, or if you look at it, that's going to be one bare balcony. Unless they start pulling in other minor royals. Kate is apparently meant to come, but there's some suggestion that they could just be using her to get the public to be interested. To be honest with you, before Meghan came along, I didn't even know that trooping the color was a thing. I didn't know what it was. I didn't even know that we had it. I swear. Like, I knew about the Macy's Day Parade in New York more than I knew about trooping of the color. So yeah, tomorrow should be interesting because we've gotten brief after brief about when Kate isn't meant to be coming back, is meant to be coming back. It's all just been very up in the air and weird. But let's get through some other things before we get to that. Oh, okay, wait, give me. I do apologize, folks. My computer is being a nightmare today. And for some reason, some of my slides haven't loaded. How's everybody's week been otherwise, though? Give me your tea in the comment section while I'm trying to get our technology here to work. The internet doesn't want us to win. Okay, let's start with some. This is what happens when you don't understand that Karma knows everybody's address news. Amen Holmes. On the cover of The Sun, Brave, apparently, according to The Sun, this is the one that said that Harry should be thrown off a balcony. Now he done thrown himself down the stairs, or he tripped down the stairs and broke his back. Well, okay, he hasn't broken it, but injured it. Marriage has been thrown off the balcony. House apparently too has been thrown off the balcony because he had to pay a huge tax bill. For the last time, leave Harry and Meghan alone. And this keeps happening. It seems to be a trend with Harry and Meghan haters. Something at some point seems to happen to them. The power of the ancestors is strong. The power of Diana is strong. Leave these two alone. Like, and I say that, and there's gonna be some like people who aren't in these circles who are like, that sounds crazy. I really do believe in that stuff. Like, I really do believe that you cannot mess with anointed ones. Okay, Lightside has jumped in, so oh my gosh, I didn't even know that Baron was on. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, guys. Lottie, don't pay this any attention. Yeah, the ancestors pushed him down the stairs. The ancestors pushed him down the stairs. They tripped over Charles when he was in where is it they went to? Was it Kenya? Where did they go? Where Camilla was looking angry and salty. All right, Lightside is here. Hey, hey, Lightside. Lightside. Are you talking?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay. I unmuted the mic on the computer, but not on the headset. Always got to remember that. Hey everyone. Hello,
How are you?
squatties. It has been
How
a
are you
minute.
doing? Yeah, it's been a
I'm
minute since you've been on here.
I'm burnt to a toast today. As a matter of fact, I was trying to sneak a nap in because between trying to work out and keep the sugar levels down and stay healthy and keeping up on all the stuff that's going on here in the States, whether it's politics, whether it's Harry and Meghan, whether it's another blue screen with a AI generated something. I'm not going to say anything, sorry. But how are you doing?
I am doing good. Yeah, obviously I've been working on the road and I've been working on some other things as well. So podcast has been a
girl,
little bit
you've been
slow.
busy.
Yeah, I've been busy. So I am sorry for neglecting the podcast a bit, y'all. But I think when the book comes out, I think it's going to be really worth it, and I think it's going to be very positive and uplifting, and in the spirit of Meghan, which is what the book really is. But Lightside, what were your first thoughts when you saw this? And by the way, This was posted across all royal. Before you answer the question, this was posted across all royal social media. It was also posted with this note signed with C from Kate, which I'm going to read in a sec. And there was also a tweet that followed this, and it's been tagged with a photographer's name. So they're saying that this was actually taken by some kind of official photographer. Now it's okay. I'm actually not gonna read the whole thing, but you can see it on the screen so you can read it for yourself. But it's just her saying that she's been blown away by the messages of support. She also says that she's going through chemotherapy. Some days she feels good, some days she feels bad. The treatment is ongoing. But she does say in this that she is looking forward to attending the King's parade. So light side.
Girl, look, let me tell you something. I gotta like put forth a disclosure. I am tired, okay? And so when I'm tired, it's kind of like me taking an alcohol. I have no chill, I have no filter. So please grant me permission to speak freely because
Yeah.
there will be very little filter today. Look, because I'm not trying to get your channel demonetized again. I have gotten whiplash. I think we all have gotten whiplash from the back and forth that's been going on. 1 second, she's not well enough to make any appearances. You know, she's recovering. We hope that you understand. You know, like blah 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 blah. And the next second, she's doing really well. I'm not kidding you. Like I feel like it's like one day Kate could probably run like a marathon, and next day Kate has to be, you know, unseen and not spoken about and well wishes. And we don't know if we're going to see her for the rest of the year. Wasn't there an article by one of the royalists that said something like that, that we might not see Kate for the rest of the year? I could have sworn
Yes.
that came out last week. You know, am I
Yeah.
crazy? Okay.
Yeah, that was an exclusive in People, and that it was supposedly a palace insider. Mind you, in the middle of all of this, the Spanish press is still absolutely swearing that she's in a really, really bad state.
And right now, my Spanish is horrible, but I'm siding with the Spanish press at this time because
Right.
they have been the only consistent one since this whole thing started in the beginning of the year, when can't remember her name right now. It's on the tip of my tongue, but when she came out and she made a statement that something might have happened and it might not have been good. And, you know, the person who I shall not speak their name was potentially in a coma, right?
Mhm,
Or something to that effect. And
mhm,
I think a lot of us hesitated to kind of jump on that because it seemed kind of like wild. Like, why would that happen suddenly? You know?
mhm,
Um, and you know what the crazy thing is, guys? Like, you know, I know a lot of us try to keep a level head and we try not to be conspiracists, but sometimes I almost have to take myself out of the world of reality, the touching grass world that I'm in, and put it into a world that these folks are in, the royalists, and realize that it's completely in a bubble, as we've said before, and crazy stuff happens, you know? So, you know what they say, fiction is crazier than the truth sometimes, or the truth is crazier than fiction. It's one of those
mhm.
situations where you're like, dang, well, could something have happened to her? Could it have been intentional? Like, I'm just like being crazy here. This is no one else backing this up. This is not Anne backing this up, but I've had thoughts about it. I'm like, could something have happened? Was it intentional? You know, why would it happen at this time? And in looking at this come out, I can tell you that with everything we've seen so far, with the editing and the bad Photoshop that got blasted and retracted from a lot of the major U.S. You know, media sources, to us even second guessing the video that was released with the perfectly
Mhm,
green spring flowers in the back and no wind blowing and everything, you know? We
mhm,
saw all of that and we're like, wait, there's a big question mark. Is this real? You know?
mhm,
So I think like when we see something like this, the first thing that comes to mind, because we ain't no fool, right? None of us are. Fool me once, fool me twice is a whole other
mhm.
thing. We look at this and we're wondering, could this be another instance of a Photoshop
Yeah.
situation? Because she's supposed to be sick. She's supposed to be so sick and being treated that how is this possible? Other questions I have of this without completely dissecting it yet is, and it's just me, I know people are different, but I've had family members that have gone through cancer treatment. I've had friends that have gone through treatment. I've known people that have gone through treatment, chemotherapy. Sometimes they do radiation on top of it. Sometimes they've had surgery and then they do all the other stuff after. But in almost all of the cases, they lose their hair, right? Because of what you're taking in from the chemo is so poisonous to our entire body that it can't help but to break down like that. So you lose your hair. A lot of times they lose their eyebrows, they lose their eyelashes. If they're lucky, after they come out of the treatment, it'll slowly grow back, but that takes time. If this is a real photo and it's current, my question is, dang, her hair looks good. Dang, her skin looks good. Oh, her nails are still looking fresh and clean and clear. It's not blackened, because that's another thing that happens with people that have chemo. I mean, guys, whoever in the chat have had family members or know people have gone through this, give me a thumbs up, or like let me know if this is stuff that you've seen or heard before. But I have a lot of questions. And so this is a very picturesque image, right? Everything looks beautiful. They're shading. You notice they made a point to throw some shade in there this time. So we can't like look and see if there's a shadow behind her when she's sitting or standing or anything. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's interesting you make a point of it actually being so picturesque and so perfect. And, you know, as someone said in the comment section, you know, cancer doesn't discriminate and it touches so many people's lives. And I think how much more human and relatable it possibly would have made Kate and the royal family look if the you know if they weren't still trying to keep up appearances with something that does affect so many people. Granted, depending on whatever treatment she's on, and she would be on the best, and they would obviously do everything to make her look great. She could well just look great, and there could also be some photoshopping here. But I just think I think it's been like a missed opportunity. And because of everything that has happened up until this point, one can understand where the lack of trust is coming from. And like you said, the way the narrative has continued to change, the way in which they seem to push back on some rumors but not on others. There just seems to have been a lack of transparency from the very beginning. The fact that they tried to make us, believe that this woman was photoshopping the day before Mother's Day. The fact that she seemed to have to take blame for a badly photoshopped picture. It's just very, very strange from start to finish. um and you just wonder how they managed to fumble this so badly, given the position of the royal family. And I actually just wanted to read this. This is from Kaiser, from Celebrity. She said, "There's something else happening here." So this is in relation to trooping. "There's something else happening here which we should discuss. Buckingham Palace understands that people are genuinely concerned about whatever is happening with Kate, and the palace is exploiting that concern to hype Trooping of the Colour." And I do agree with that. I do think that this is all part of the hyping of Trooping of the Colour. They want people tuning into Trooping coverage specifically to see if Kate turns up. And there will be a lot of people that literally do just that. Not that they're even interested in Trooping. Like, this is Sweeps Week on a TV show, and you're stunt casting a mystery guest star, and you want people to tune in. The Windsors were always a soap opera, but this is especially tacky even for them. It's a typical reality show tactic too. The cliffhanger season finale, the teaser trailer for La Drama Tika Casa de Windsor, will a fur-clad Kate show up to Trooping, throw a drink on Camilla and slap Rose Hambury, tune in to see. And that's kind of what it feels like, right? It's like um
Mm-hmm.
it's like they have just accepted the soap opera, and they would rather the drama of that than to no one be paying attention to them at all. Granted, this has come up. Someone did a reverse search on this image, and they found, different image that Kate had worn this exact same outfit before. Now that doesn't necessarily mean anything. She could just be re-wearing an outfit. But it's definitely got people suspicious again, the way they were suspicious about the video image as well.
I mean, she's been re-wearing a lot of outfits lately, hasn't she? In the few times we've seen her.
Mhm.
Look, I'm gonna bring out 2 points that you mentioned. The missed opportunity in connecting on a more personal, a more emotional level with the people that these royals are completely out of step with. And I'm saying that because you have a very good point. This is another big missed opportunity. They had one. They had one with Harry. Let's back it all the way up. They had one with Harry. They had one with Harry and Meghan,
Mm.
and they fumbled both of those.
Yes. Yeah.
And this is another instance where even if you all think about some of the celebrities that you may not like too much, and something happens to them, you hear about something bad happen to them, that humanity in yourself will say, man, I don't really like that
Mhm.
person, but I hope they pull through. That sucks, right?
Yeah.
There's something that connects to us because we understand struggle, we understand pain and suffering. And
Mhm.
for her to be so young, let's prime, like, yes, she had, like you said, you've said this to me, I've not noticed, because I didn't follow Kate that much or pay that much attention to her. But you said that she's always had very healthy, thick hair. That's the point that you made
Mhm.
before,
Yeah.
historically, that's just something that's one of her traits. And we all know she has a certain specific smile. And, I mean, she's in her early 40s now. So of course you're gonna start seeing a little bit of aging. That's perfectly normal still. She's still, she still looks fairly well for her age, right? And I
Mhm.
think, however, we with what is happening all across the globe right now with a lot of young people experiencing a lot of chronic illnesses, including early onset cancer. Let's talk about this because a lot of times you don't normally see this stuff until people are what, in their late 50s or 60s or older. Now this is considered a young people disease potentially because a lot of people even in their 30s and 20s are getting this. Imagine the range of folks that you could connect with for coming out and saying, man, I'm struggling with this. This came up out of the blue. I'm in a very high position. You know, um, this is something unexpected and something that I've never dealt with before. And I can tell you that this is
Yeah.
very hard for me. Can you imagine the reception she would have received, even from people
Yeah.
who would be like, I don't really care for her too much? Missed
Mhm.
opportunity, right?
They
And
they keep doing this. It's almost as if they push away anything that gives them heart or warmth or relatability. It's like they push it away. It's actually like it's self-sabotage in a way that
it is.
I've never really seen before from a public institution.
But it's self-sabotage from an instant or perspective of understanding that it's self-sabotage. These people are so closed off from reality that they're still using the same game plan from back in the day, pitching it to the public, right? Doing absolutely nothing and highlighting themselves and thinking that that's going to propel them into the next decade of popularity and maintaining the status quo of the monarchy currently, right? Because what, they haven't changed anything. They're recycling, rinse and repeat. We've seen it over and over again. So I feel like, you talk about the self-sabotage thing, but I feel like self-sabotage comes into play a little bit when you're sabotaging yourself. I think they're completely out of touch with
Yeah,
stuff
out
that
of
they keep
touch.
doing
Yeah,
this, that they actually think they're
yeah,
doing something. They think people are
yeah,
eating it up. And if you're telling me
yeah.
that the folks in the UK are like, yo, we're tired, we've seen this game plan before. And to your point, like I said in a text to you earlier, somebody gonna have to answer for something if she don't show up. you
Mm.
know? She had best show up because there're gonna be a lot of pissed off people. And if I had money on this, I'm thinking that last minute they're gonna say something blah blah blah. Kate probably wasn't feeling well and
Yeah.
unfortunately could not make it. And I think that might trigger some people and turn that switch off, that switch that was telling them, oh, I'm going to believe everything that the royalists have stuffed down my throat. And they're going to start asking some questions. And I don't think that these out of touch, self-sabotaging people actually realize that.
Mm. Well, in the all very, very good points, let's say. Thank you for that. And in the middle of all this, this came out today also that William has took a private trip to MI6 headquarters. Um, well, this was meant to be a top secret visit, and yet somehow it leaked. Who leaked it and why? And why was William meeting with them? So this says William met with Secret Intelligence Service, which deals with foreign intelligence and protects the UK from risks abroad, on Thursday afternoon. The visit was not publicised in advance and only appeared afterwards in the court um, curricula. Okay, so I guess if it appeared in the court curricula, then it would have become public anyway. The daily list of official royal engagements, which is published the next day. It is not known whether the prince met with MI6 boss Sir Richard Moore, codenamed C. The entry in the court circular read simply, the Prince of Wales this afternoon visited the Secret Intelligence Service with no location or additional details given. So we don't know where he met or why he met them. Kensington Palace declined to provide further information on the visit. William, as the Duke of Cambridge, made a similar visit in 2022 and went to the MI6 headquarters in London with the now Princess of Wales in 2012, and in 2019 he also spent 3 weeks working with MI5, MI6 and GCHQ to learn how the UK security and intelligence agencies work. Okay. So yeah, don't know what that was about. Obviously, I mean, he's made trips before to see just how the agencies work, but I wonder those were like PR trips. With this, it's like they're not giving us any details whatsoever. So
But
yeah,
can
I
I just
can't.
say something real quick?
Yeah.
Like, how is it a private trip if it's publicized?
Yeah, I mean it's because the article says top secret visit, but then they put it in the
Right.
court circular anyway.
I mean, like, who are they
So
fooling? I think he
I
leaked it. Him or his
do you
people
think
leaked it for
do you think they
attention.
leaked it? Right.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
come on. Why?
That
He's
didn't
not
come to my
doing any
mind, to be
work.
honest. Yeah. They can
Oh
write
my
this off as a
gosh.
royal engagement, I guess.
Exactly. It's work, quote unquote. Excuse my language. Please do not lightning not strike me because it's not work. I can't even say it with a
Uh,
straight face, yo. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been doing anything, and
he's
suddenly
been
he's
going
up
to
the
football
ante.
matches. How
Oh,
how
yeah,
many football matches has
work.
William been to now? And he's going to another one. He's going to the one in the Euros, somewhere in mainland Europe.
Mm.
Like
Can I
he's
ask a question? Did he
yeah,
bring the eldest, next in line to the throne heir, did
to
he
two
bring
football
his
games.
yeah, or was it just
Yeah,
one?
previously.
Okay.
Just just the eldest.
Hmm. But we haven't seen the other 2, right? We don't even know where
No.
we haven't seen him since last year, actually.
Yeah,
Just
we haven't
checking.
seen them.
I'll throw that out there for food for thought. Yeah.
That is also interesting. We haven't seen them. We haven't seen the Middletons, who I'll get on to in a sec. But I just find it interesting how William seems to have time for all of the nice events. He has time to go to the football matches. He was also at another like pre-football promotional event the other day, telling really bad jokes to footballers and posing with footballers. And he, wants to go to all of the events that makes him look like a statesman. But not seem to actually do anything that creates any actual impact. But
Or
anyway,
mention his wife. Has he even mentioned her?
yeah, only when he's asked.
Mm. Hmm. Okay. Carry on.
So over over with some other people. Let's see what Camilla was doing. Camilla was working real hard, meeting with Meghan's trolls. Somehow these people always seem to befriend and reward people who trolled Meghan. So Camilla was at a top authors event with some authors and celebrities. This was at a literary festival, and guests included Emily Giffen. Emily Giffen, who once slammed Meghan for a video, that video that she did with Archie, where she was reading Archie a book. And Emily was apparently so triggered by a mother reading a book to her baby. She went online and she posted this. Some thoughts. Archie is adorable, but that video screamed, "Look at me. Look at me. I need attention as the doting mother. She's a joke." It was also sad how she seemed just slightly annoyed Archie wasn't fully cooperating to her standards. He's one for crying out loud. I'm sorry for that little boy. Yes, very fake and forced. And you can see in Emily Giffen's vitriol the tabloid narrative that's been created about Meghan. That a video of a woman reading a book to her child would trigger you so much. And somehow they always just seem to find a way of bringing Meghan's trolls and haters to their doorstep. So Emily was invited to this festival, and here she is. You don't see it because it's still picture, but she does actually bow to Camilla, and she posted this, still pinching myself to have met Queen Camilla. Her Majesty was so warm and charming. And Emily also describes herself as Camilla's biggest fan. Imagine describing yourself as Camilla's biggest fan. What are you a fan of?
I'm sorry, warm and charming. Okay.
Yeah.
No
one's going to convince me they didn't invite her on purpose. I mean, I'm sure she is, she's a big author, but
No, of course
there's
she did.
something about this.
Yeah.
There's something about this that just seems so
planned.
deliberate. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she definitely was invited. I mean, even the way she wrote that post, this is not coincidental. I mean, they probably have a group of people that they have invited, but I guarantee you, she was likely nudged or like given some kind of a little bit of a bump to get in. But the one thing I thought about when I saw that post and her reaction to Meghan reading to little Archie, God, he's grown up so quick. You know that little meme, the Michael Jordan meme? Stop it. Get some help. That's exactly what I just thought about. Because that's the energy it's giving. I don't know what kind of switch these people have in their brains where, and you'll notice it's for all the Meghan haters, or even the ones that try to hide behind the fact that they're displeased with Harry like not carrying his responsibility as like another prince, and supporting his dad. They like to pitch it as that, but a lot of these people, they have the very same thing in common, which is we all know they're Meghan haters, and they have this. There's no fault to be found in anything that they're looking at, but in their little brains, there's some story that's being crafted, and it makes sense to them, and then they just regurgitate this and vomit everything all over the place. So that's exactly what I think about when I saw that. And yeah, I mean, come on, look, if you have poop sitting on the sidewalk and you see all the flies pitched on it, which is what these people are, that's what they all got in common. They're just all drawn to it. And I think Camilla draws that. She attracts the flies. She attracts the flies, and this is one of them. And she's a consort.
You had
not a queen.
You had a Julian McDonald, whose design firm has gone bust, saying that he doesn't want to dress Meghan, who sells everything out. He wants to dress Camilla and Kate. Like, this is who they attract. Your firm has literally gone bust. You are broke. And you're saying you would rather dress Camilla.
Yeah. And I think the one thing I remember in all this too is they're the ones doing the chasing. If she's working this hard to seek out people who seemingly are in the public realm, whether they're writers, journalists, whatever, or public TV personalities or whatever, I think it really says a lot about the positioning and the power again, and I've said it so many times, of Meghan and Harry. If you're working so hard to pull somebody down and you're literally grabbing at straws at this point in any old person, wow. They really that powerful, huh? That you're that scared, that you're trying everything possible, including these nobodies, because that's what she is. Like, I saw the name, I think I've heard of it before, but I don't know who she is, you know?
Mm.
Um, and he- Camilla is playing the game that she's always played. It's the same book. It's worked for her back in the day with Princess Diana. She's done it over the years, and she's been able to maintain her Wicked Witch of,
The West
of the
Side.
East. Yes, the West Side status quo. So I mean, this is right up her alley, and she's one of those people that they do dirt in the back, and every now and then you'll see her show her face, just to kind of like flex a little bit, and that's what this
Mhm.
is. She does just the right amount so that she doesn't draw too much attention if you're not paying attention. Obviously we know her game, but like she's very good at that balance where she doesn't do too much, where it's like red flags all over the place.
Mm. And I think for the that I think that's why a lot of the monarchists don't notice it, because it's not super overt, right? So unless you're somebody who's really paying attention, like, you probably wouldn't have made the connection, between like Jeremy Clarkson's article and the fact that Camilla and Jeremy Clarkson literally went for lunch like a day before.
I mean, connect the dots, yo. You know,
Mm,
they also are hoodwinked. They do have a certain kind of filter over their eyes because they are, as you said, monarchist. So,
mhm.
we've a couple of us have said we're not monarchists. So it's like it's very and we have our bias, but it's pretty obvious to us to kind of see some of the connections. You
Yeah.
know, Pierce Morgan, like hanging out with certain people.
Mhm.
Clarkson, like, yo, like what what they say, like, show me your friends, yo. Show me your
Yeah.
friends and I'll show you who you are. And I think and I hate to jump like to the side. I'm not going to jump ahead and talk about. I'll let you disclose this next thing that you're going to talk about. But I remember seeing a clip of the French prime minister and his wife. I forgot her name, and I
Oh,
think the video was her name.
Bridget Macron.
Brigitte Macron, yes. And you I've always seen her as like very clean and classy, like older lady. Like I don't know her personally. I don't know too much about her, even reading what's online. But I think the clip I saw was her reaching for Camilla's hand. I
And
don't know if
yeah,
some of you guys saw that. And
yeah.
she literally was just like limp. I don't think she even gripped it or anything. Am I wrong? Like there's just nothing there. And
Yeah, she's like pulling away. She kind of pulls away lightly
mm,
twice, and then she
okay.
kind of goes like her hand kind of goes like a plank. Like she
Yeah.
just goes
And
super stiff. And then
yeah.
Bridget kind of like wants her moment to kind of take in this what's very somber moment, and Camilla just walks off like too
I saw
fast.
that. Yeah. That was really weird.
Yeah,
Um, because I feel like if I was Brigitte, like I would be like, okay, like, what's going on? You know?
yeah.
Like even if it's for the cameras, she couldn't even pretend for that small
Yeah,
moment. I mean,
she
imagine
couldn't
that.
she couldn't pretend, like, so can you imagine what she's like when the cameras are on?
Yo,
She
that's what I was
cannot
thinking.
pretend when the cameras are on.
Right. That's what I was thinking. And that side look that who was it that she was looking at? And I'm like, that's
Oh, there
that's
was, like,
that one, that's how she really is right there.
there's
Yeah.
that picture of her looking at Rishi Sunak. Do I have it? Okay, I think it might take me too long to get it on the screen, but oh,
That's
wait, actually,
okay.
no, 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 no. Give me a sec, 'cause I literally have it here. It's just like
She lets that mask
everyone.
slip just every now and then when
Yeah.
you can see it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, is there anyone this woman actually likes? Like, does she even like? Okay, it's cut off a little bit, but you can. It's Rishi Sunak
There
who's
you go.
next to her, and it's just this permanent like scroll that she has on her face, like she's permanently angry. And it's like, do you know what? The two things that she wanted Charles, and she wanted to be queen. And now she has both. But you know what she doesn't have? She doesn't have it. She still doesn't have, and she was never going to have that complete adoration that Diana had. And I think that really eats her up inside. And I think she knows that she'll never have it, no matter what she does. All of this, the coronation, the gowns, the suits, the pearls, it's all just dress up. And what Diana and what Meghan have is authentic. You can't buy that. You can't fake that. And I think deep down, it eats her up inside. And that's just how it's gonna be for her for the rest of her life. And she deserves it because you you don't that adoration and that love from people is something that you earn.
I 100% agree with that. Yeah, it is. And it's something that you naturally have. You they they basically embody what we see. We're all different people. We have different perspectives. We're part of this group that supports them, but we our personalities are different. What we speak out on is a little bit different, but the underlying thing that I think really connects us is that we see something in Meghan and Harry that really resonates with us, and there's nothing here in this woman, just coldness. She's very
Yes.
cold. And this look she gave George, this look too.
Yes.
Um
Oh god, do I
it's the
have that
same look.
picture? Oh yeah, here it
Yeah.
is.
Yep. Y'all see that? It's all in the eyes.
I mean,
Shouldn't be
you
laughing.
you in danger,
Yeah.
George. You in
You in
danger.
danger.
Everybody is in danger with this woman. Like, and Harry said it himself. Like, what's that comment he made about bodies on the streets to rehabilitate Camilla's image, an image
Yeah,
that
yeah.
cannot be rehabilitated. I mean, they tried it with the D-Day, on the covers of the papers the next day, her crying and wailing her eyes out.
Oh,
They're
that
still
one.
trying. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm delirious. I shouldn't be laughing because it was for veterans, right? That event, and she was shedding tears
Yeah,
for.
it was for
Oh,
veterans,
she didn't even cry for the queen when she went down.
right?
I mean, messy today. I did not see one tear from her.
No.
Can I just?
I mean, there's that picture of her and Kate just giggling away with Kate in Betty's jewelry. Like, she went straight for the royal vaults.
Oh my gosh. She couldn't even hide it. I don't even remember seeing her being sad. It was almost like she was going through the motions of the event. So it was interesting that we saw tears, and I'm like, this lady's been taking acting lessons, at her age.
Hmm.
Bravo, bravo.
Anywho, I just want to inject a little bit of positivity because we've been shady as hell. I want to inject a bit of positivity towards the end. Yes, Harry helped secure a donation to the World Health Organization. I think they've set up some kind of what do you call it, like a fund following the pandemic. And it's an agency that's also part of the United Nations. So I can't actually read the full article, and this article is also behind a paywall that I can't break. But basically, Harry helped secure this donation, and let me see if I can actually find maybe another article that explains exactly what happened. But once again, creating impact, and this is what it's really about, and should be about how you give back, um and how that actually creates impact for people, and not just showing up and smiling and giving a smile and wave, you know here and there, like William likes to do.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time, and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it's lots more than financial.
well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So
Yeah, that exactly. So I just wanted to end with that, and yeah, light side, was there anything else that you wanted to add? I guess we're gonna see what happens tomorrow. The trooping, by the way, I believe it starts at 11 a.m. for those of you that actually do want to watch it.
I think I'll be on Twitter looking at the Cliff Note version. Look, we'll hear her soon enough if she makes an appearance, right? You know, I want to end on a positive note as well. I want to say that I'm so proud of our faves for continuing to stay focused, even in between all the noise that's been, you know, thrown at them. They have solid people around them, is clear. That are
Mhm.
supporting them and giving them strength and keeping them level-headed. And, you know, whenever even us as regular folks go through certain things, there's nothing that we need more than that type of people around us to kind of keep us
Mhm.
focused, to keep us pushing forward and like looking at the destination that we have. And I think it's been great that even with all that they're doing, and they are doing a lot, this is not an easy feat, y'all. And not everybody can, the royals can't do what Meghan is doing or Harry's
Mhm.
doing.
Yeah.
And for her to have the gumption to, you know, to visualize something and then make it manifest into something tangible,
Mhm.
it takes a special person to do that. And so I have a lot of respect for the Duchess, for Meghan, for doing that. I'm an ideas
Mhm.
person. I can't always take that and put it into something tangible. I need help from someone else sometimes to be able to do that. And you know, she has a talent about her, and she has a foresight, and she has the hard work that she embodies, that she's not scared of putting in to see something come out of it and help. You know, let's be real. There's help there too, and it's a good thing. And so I'm really proud of them for, if any of them is listening or their families, yo, got your back. You know, supporting y'all from behind the scenes. But you know, I feel very proud that they're staying focused, and to see WHO, which is a major organization next to the UN, you know, that they're contributing on that scale is amazing.
Oh, and actually, I forgot to mention, you know, when they went to New York, you know, they had that meeting with the UN. I actually forgot about that.
Yeah.
So maybe this is maybe, you know, all tied into that, and then them, you know, using their influence to help get things done behind the scene, and that quiet soft power that they now have. And I totally agree with you about, you know, everybody who's, you know, around them and keeping them grounded, and being that support system. Because you know, when we see the Sussexes now, it's like they come out, they give us what they're going to give us. I mean, they went to Nigeria, had this huge tour. Well, it wasn't really meant to be a tour per se, but pretty much turned into that. And they've just gone back into hiding, and you know, living their lives and taking care of their family, and um, you know, getting ready to give us, you know, whatever they're going to give us next. And I love that they have that balance now, and that privacy of, you know, being able to give us their work and create impact, you know, through their philanthropy, but also their privacy and their family life being protected, and the tabloid press in the UK and the trolls having absolutely no access whatsoever.
Right, on their terms.
Yeah,
Not the one option that they were given, but on their terms. Yeah.
100%. And that's how it should be. Okay, I'm gonna wrap things up. Lottie, would you be on tomorrow? Yes, I am going to be on tomorrow. At some point. I think after the main trooping stuff has finished, but I will of course be tweeting and Instagramming during the day. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Maybe Charles will throw a pen at someone. You know, Camilla will look at someone shady and they'll turn into stone. We'll see if any of that happens, and of course, I will report it afterwards. So, thank you so much, Lightside. Um,
Thank you all. Thanks, Anne.
no worries. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe button if you haven't already on your way out. And links in the description box if you would like to donate. Always appreciative of your donations. And please, please, please do send your prayers for Dorothy Ross. Dorothy, I am so I'm sorry that you are going through sickness and seeking treatment at the moment. Really do pray for you. You are always so generous and kind. And like I said in my comment, please make sure to be generous and kind to yourself. Praying for you and Squaddies. Please do pray for Dorothy that she has a speedy recovery. All right, folks. See you tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Ciao.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rocking if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my to-do. Ooh, I love it. Crank it up, yeah. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this.
Break it down like this. You better grab that tambourine. Bring